Hi, and welcome to Voice with Julia. And we are on day 5 of our 30 days of breath support. Days 1 through 4, we address things like inhale, keeping the ribs out, isolating the abdominals, and putting it all together in an exercise. And today, we are going to do our first exercise, practicing onsets and releases with a little bit of vocalization. So stay tuned. But first, I want to invite all classical singers to check out our Luca Bel Canto Institute, which will be held this summer, September 9th through 16th, 2023 in Lucca, Italy. For more information on that live masterclass, please visit the link below. And if you're interested, please apply early because we do have some scholarships available, but it's first come, first serve. So we hope to see you there in Lucca with us.
Voice with Julia, change your voice, change your life.
Now, let's jump into this exercise. So the first part of this exercise is going to be the inhale. Now, because we're singing, I want us to focus on how we're doing the inhale just a little bit differently with the jaw. So you're going to need to practice opening your jaw. If you have trouble doing that, you're going to need to work on this. And some of you may be watching and saying, well, I don't believe you should have to sing with an open mouth all the time. Yes, that's correct. You shouldn't have to. But if you cannot do it, it is a problem. So it has to be addressed. It has to be worked on. It's like, you've got to practice stretches, right? And it's not like you do the splits, walking around doing the splits all the time, but you have that access in your muscles. The muscles are free. That's what we're doing with the jaw. So you need to practice it. You can't just think, oh yeah, I'm going to open my jaw. No, you need to look in the mirror if you have problems and really practice this. So what I'm talking about is an inhale. Now you're going to inhale through your nose, but you're going to release your jaw like this. Okay, so you can feel that. It's a silent inhale. Silent, there's nothing moving here. But you prepare the space for singing. Now, when you have that and we go to the onset, you can't lose that space that we just made. So it's not just space that you make up here, it's space you make in here. You see, I'm not going like that. I'm going, it's a full body expansion, okay? And it works, the jaw and the lower support work together. So when one isn't working, the other doesn't quite work as well. So we have to think of our support as a full body endeavor, not just isolated here, It's got to be a full body effort. So the exercise goes like this. We're going to breathe in and we're going to go,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Now what I'm doing is, all I'm doing is onsets. I'm initiating the sound from here and I'm doing this middle voice. Whatever vocal range you are, you need to pick the middle of your voice. Do not do this in chest tone. Do not do this high. Do this in your middle voice so that you can really practice what this feels like. So the exercise, you are going to onset, release, onset, release, onset, release, and that's it. Okay, not held notes, nothing like that. Watch again.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Now the key that we're practicing is the release. Do you notice that I don't have to actively inhale in between those onsets? And the reason is because the release that happens in between is the inhale. If you're working with this and with this correctly, it should be one gesture. It's not two. It's one gesture. It's not release and then inhale. It's the release is the inhale. Okay? So watch again.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah? Can you see that? So I did not have to make an extra gesture. Now, if you're an advanced singer, you're a professional singer, this has huge implications because sometimes this area, I notice in professional opera singers, gets very muddy. People, you might have a great technique in other regards, but sometimes this is not quite working. And when you get to the end of an aria, something very, fast and you don't have much time to breathe, this is where the technique kind of falls off a little bit because the release happens, but then you do an extra gesture to inhale, and that time lost creates tension. So then you get what we call like a little stacked or tight at the end of an aria or a scene. So this is something to really, if you are a professional watching right now, this is something to practice. This is like really, really important. So when you're doing this, I recommend that you be quiet. You be calm. You don't, jump around and do this. This requires a lot of introspection and a lot of understanding what your body is doing. So you don't accept less of yourself. If you go,
Fia, fia,
start over.
fia, fia, fia.
You feel that openness, that there's no movement here for the inhale. So let's master this exercise, okay? It seems simple, and I'm picking one note. You can take it, up and down a little bit, like within a range of maybe a fourth. That's it. Okay, 4 notes, that's it. Nothing high, nothing low. And then just see if you can feel that buoyancy of your body on the onset, release, onset, release. Okay, let's master this because we're going to get more difficult as we move on. See you tomorrow.